Okay, we'll kick off. There's a bit of background noise. I'm going to just mute. I've muted you there, Ciara, just for a minute. There's a bit of background noise. And said, girls, so we'll kick off with a bit of covering over a little bit of what went over last week. And see, Sophie's coming in here now. Hi, Sophie. You're welcome. So we'll briefly go back over what we did last week. I looked at your profiles, and I'm just going to give you a bit of feedback. And then we're going to bounce into how to turn your conversations into conversions, or into a conversation about your product or your business. Sophie, you're welcome on board. How are you?
Thank you. I'm good.
And I know you missed last week. Yeah, we can.
Yeah, sorry.
But I'm hoping to have the recording downloaded tonight, and I'll pop it into the group so you'll have it, and you'll all have it for future team members as well. Just on what we done last week. But I'm actually going to be covering a little bit of that because I went through a few of the profiles tonight, and I think it's important that we tidy up the bits as we go forward. Just personally, myself, this week, I've got 3 Zoom calls about the business already from practicing what I'm trying to teach you. I had one today, and I've got 2 sign-ups for the product, all on social media, and 2 people thinking about it. And I had 1 person on the call on Monday night. And that's to work on my social media correctly. And I haven't had that sort of reactions for a long time. It's only happening now because I've done the changes that I'm talking you through. So just to show you, it does actually work. So anyhow, last week we spoke about our profiles and the importance of people recognizing who you are, and you know the importance of your Facebook page now. Your personal profile is your business. Okay, you can actually build your business online, right, through social media. And if you remember that, the person that you're having a conversation with, when they ask you, what do you do as that sideline business or part-time business? I help people earn an income on social media or through social media. And that gets a conversation going. And that I show you how to convert that. So we spoke about the importance of having our own picture as the main profile picture on your page, because every time you comment or like or put up a post, people want to see your face. They don't want to see, you know, a Juice Plus ad or you know, loads of faces. They need to know who Sophie is. They need to know who Eleanor is, so that they get familiar with you on social media. So that you become, you know, you're setting your brand. It's like every brand. You have to build it up to set it. So we have to get the setup right first. Because if the setup isn't right, the rest isn't going to work. I also spoke about not posting directly about Juice Plus, the products or the business. There's an indirect way of doing that, so that if somebody does click onto your profile, if you have friend requested them, and click onto the profile and they think that you're going to sell them something, they're not going to accept your friend request. So that's the mindset. We don't sell anything, we recommend something. So we don't want people friending us nervous that we're going to spam them with products, because that's what a lot of people have done in the past. So about the profiles, before we head into bringing people onto Messenger and how to get people onto Messenger, and I'm dying to hear how we got on with your 5 conversations. And look at each other's profiles as we're going through the weeks. So Orla, you just came up first, okay? Your profile picture, your own personal profile picture with the 2 pictures, the one of you first and then your backdrop. I told you last week, that is good, but I would work on getting another one, Orla, because you need your face to cover most of the picture, okay? So I know it's you, but far off, if I was in a conversation or where there's a lot of comments, I mightn't fully recognize you. I'd have to think, oh, who's that? Okay, so you need a little bit more clearer profile picture. So work on that over, like you'll get a shot someday that you like. I know it's hard to have our mugs everywhere. Get a shot someday that you like, and when it works for you, and that there's no major interference in the backdrop. But as I said, your profile picture is perfect for now, but going forward, if you go somewhere nice or you're feeling good someday or somebody gets a good shot of you, you know, put it up there. Your background is absolutely perfect. I see you're posting once a day. I can see where you're adding value to people. I actually saw the one about the marathon. I'm going to rob that from you, about the bath and making sure you top up your nutrition and your water. I can see how you're adding value to people, and people appreciate that. Don't worry about if you get 1 like or no likes. It's not about likes at the moment, okay? It's just about building up your trend on social media and building up your profile. So you're doing great. You need to bring a little bit more of your lifestyle into it, a little bit more of Orla into it, okay? Of what you do or whatever. It's time to tell your story, Orla. I've no idea what your story is. And And so someday next week, either do a post of just a picture of your capsules in your hand, and you don't have to show your face if you don't want to, but of, listen, a couple of months ago, I was introduced to this product, whatever, these are the benefits I've noticed. I'm really, really glad. It's really helped me through X, Y, and Z. If you can get a picture of yourself in the photo, you will get more interaction because people will go, hi Orla, they won't even see the capsules. Sometimes you can do a picture of the capsule on one side and a second picture of yourself on the other, just doing, you know, a quick selfie. And people will react with that because they'll know that's Orla's story, okay? So it's a double photograph. They're working really well. So again, found this product, found amazing, you don't mention the product, found amazing benefits. I'm really delighted I took it X, Y, and Z. This is what I noticed. If you want more information, you know, get in touch, drop me a message. Nice and calm. Don't expect anything major from it, but you need your story up there. So try and figure out during the week. And if you want to send it to me first, and I can look at it, no problem, I'll send it back to you, okay? Look at some other people that have put up their stories. And I put up one last week as well. I got a girl directly from that post. Haven't got that in a long time, but directly from the post, because I think I put a picture of me up in it as well after coming in from a run. So that's, right, that's where people will connect if you put a picture of yourself up. So you're doing excellent. See your constant posting. Your story needs to go up and a little bit more of you. But that'll take a bit of time. Apart from that, I thought it was excellent. Eleanor, excellent. Your profile picture is good. There's just one thing. They always say you should see the whites of your eyes. So you've got to get a picture with no glasses. I know it's lovely having the shades on. We always look better. But over the next few weeks, again, same as Orla, they need to see the white of your eyes. Because if I'm talking to somebody, I want to see it in their eyes that they're genuine. Okay? And I know you're a genuine person. So work on that. Try and get one at some stage. Okay? That's the only thing that you get pulled down on that. You're adding value. I see that. One thing I'd say to you, you're doing too much sharing. You're sharing stuff. Maybe, I know it's competitions and other people's stuff, but do your own content. Either copy and post or whatever, add your own bit to it, but don't share as much, because when I'm going through people's newsfeed and I see a lot of these competitions and shares, I just knock out of there, right? And Facebook don't give you top priority when you're just sharing stuff. Actually, when you're sharing competitions for, if you like and share this page, to like my page, they actually drop your algorithm because they don't want competitions forcing people to like pages. They want pages to pay for it. So just be aware of that. Do your own stuff because you're doing it well, okay? It's also time, Eleanor, to go live. You need to do your story. And I think you've done it on the call the other night. You're well able to do it. You just go and do a live story and tell your story the way Eleanor Cosgrove found the product, you know, your story with it. Keep it short and sweet. And guys, I just wanted to come on here, you know, because if it inspires somebody to have a look at it, absolutely great. It's really helped my family. Whatever way you want to end it, go live. And let us know when you're going live so a few of us can pop on and start doing, you know, a bit of chat with you, okay? I'm telling you, Eleanor, you're well able, won't be a bother on you, but your profile is calling out for that now. You're ready. There's definitely no doubt about that. So Lee then, brutal. I don't know who you are or what you do. Your profile picture is meant to be your face, not your family. Your family can be in the back photograph, but not in the main photograph. So I don't know what you do because you know about. I don't know whether you're a mother or what you are, or do you do anything, right? So that's brutal. You need 3 captions to say what you are. Your single profile picture. Yeah, you're posting, Lee. I'm getting it. Yeah, you're getting your one post in a day. It's nice to see that. Again, Lee, you need to go live. All right. Share your story. Anyhow, I'll talk to you tomorrow. You can't talk.
I'll go live after Eleanor goes. Wait now, Elaine. What's the prize? If somebody goes live first? Yeah. Has to be competition. Who goes live first gets a prize.
Oh God, Sophie, I went onto your profile as well because I knew you were popping on, and your profile picture is excellent. Well done to you. And also you've got the backdrop of your family. I need an about. So who you are. We normally try and get 3 sentences in that. So like you're a mom, you're a nutritionist, or you study nutrition, or you have an interest in nutrition, an interest in healthy lifestyle, whatever, interest in healthy food. Look back over some of the people and you'll see what they've written. But people need to know who Sophie is. So when I click on Sophie, who is she? Okay? So try and get that in 3 to 4 kind of bullet points. And yeah, I see your lifestyle. I love your lifestyle because you keep it very energetic. You keep it very out and about to bring your family into it. You also have a huge amount of knowledge about nutrition, Sophie. So my advice for your added value would be adding a little bit of maybe once a week what people should eat, what's good for them. Just a little synopsis of something that you would know. Maybe seasonal stuff, berries, what they'll do for you, why you should have them. Again, to bring in the important, and I know you do it, and it's good, and you see interaction on it. At some stage, Sophie, you need to do your story of your picture of yourself and your capsules and why you take them, even with the boys with you there, whatever, how you found them, why you take them, and the benefits you've seen. So that your story will have to come, not a selling story, but just Sophie's story. What I take, this is why I take it. But again, you're building up. You see, guys, your profile pictures, any of your family lifestyle, you're getting huge likes on. That's brilliant, because that's showing that there's people interacting. Don't worry about getting likes on, you're putting the post up about the online call. Don't worry about that. It's not meant to have interaction. It's only meant to be seen. It's like when you see a Coca-Cola ad or an ad for that gorgeous dress. You don't think, you're not even buying it because you've no wedding coming up, and all of a sudden, 2 weeks' time, you get invited to an event. Shit, where did I see that gorgeous dress on social media? Okay? You know, so just always remember, these are just ads that are flying through people's faces when you post up about the online call or about berries are really good for your skin. People mightn't be in the zone there and then. Maybe 3 weeks down the road, they find their skin is really bad. I saw somebody posting up. How many times have we said it? I saw somebody posting up on social media about skin. Where did I see it? So we need a constant reminder. Okay, so every week our feed needs to be constantly fueling people. So that's important. Kira, I have yours here because I had it up here a few minutes ago. I was looking at Sharon's. Sharon is getting all A's. Not even on. Kira, your profile picture again was perfect. I told you before, you have your when I eat like crap, I feel like crap, Fibre Warrior on 1 month 1, so we know exactly what you're about. Your little girl in the background, absolutely gorgeous. Yeah, Kira, you spoke there about what you're reading and all of that, and again, your shred, yeah. So again, you're putting your content in there and you're bringing it along. Just be careful about what you're sharing. But the stuff you're sharing is good. It's who's remembers. It's lifestyle and empowerment stuff. That's fine. Back to school again. You know, your newsfeed is very, very good. Be very wary of Shake It Off 161 a day. Very wary. Facebook hates before and after and selling, and that post that you would have there would be, probably can't see it on that now. It's a post you put up there on 6th of August. That would drop your algorithm straight away. You'll be pulled down because they don't want before and after shots. They don't want prices. They don't want that sort of stuff on. They'll pull it down and then they'll drop you down. You won't get, it'll take you a while to build back up again. Just be wary of that stuff, because that looks like it's been selling. And what they're trying to do is drive people to a business page to sell their stuff to pay for advertising. So we want to keep it lifestyle and bring people to Messenger, which is where we're going now. Okay, so I'll let you jump in on questions after, okay, rather than getting you back now. So, and I'm going to keep an eye on your profiles, and I'm going to be brutally honest, okay? And I don't have a perfect profile either, because every day I'm going, the girls look at my profile, I didn't post yet, but post. Some days it's hard, but I do genuinely try and organise myself the night before what I'm going to post. As I said, maximum twice a day. If it's a good day and I'm feeling good and there's a lot going on, I'll do 3 times, but twice is enough. And I kind of have an idea of what's going through my head, or what I'm bringing through my feed. And once, as I said, once a week having something about Juice Plus indirectly. So to bring it to Messenger. So I did set you a challenge to try and develop 5 new friendships or existing friendships you haven't had a conversation with, and start opening up. Where it happens, guys, where the money comes from is on Messenger, okay? So, and as well as that, once Facebook sees you actively on Messenger, if you go onto Messenger at the moment, you click on Messenger, and if you go on the top section, you see messages active. If you, at the moment, active on my Messenger is 420 people. So it's now 10 to 10. It's the busiest time on social media, and it's 420 of my friends active. Okay, now is the time for me to post, or now is the time for me I've done a live an hour ago, they'll start seeing that now. When you figure out when a lot of your friends are on social media, so if I message one of those girls there now, say Linda Dunham, right? If I message her, I know she's active on social media, so chances are she'll respond back to me. You understand that? Whereas if she's in work at 10 o'clock tomorrow and I message her about something, she'll probably forget she even got the message. But she's going to see it because I know she's on social media, right? So if somebody messages me when I'm on Facebook, I'm like, geez, I have to get back to that message. Okay, they know I'm on social media, and unless you're really caught up with something, you're going to pop onto it. So that will show you the amount of people. So I often just go into my active contacts, and straight away I have a green light beside all my names. So I see Lee is active, Catherine is active, Kate is active, and straight away I can just pop on to one of them and just drop them a message. How are you, Lee? How's it going? I see you're here on social media. It's opening up a conversation, okay? It's important to know that because you'll actually start to see a pattern of when your most of your contacts are active. So what I want you to do is start bringing, like you will see some of your friends that are active on social media and they'll start posting maybe about being in Tato Park, or they'll post about something. And I've asked you to go in and like it, but you can't like a like. So you've got to comment, all right? So either wow it or love it, and then go into the comments and say, hi Sinead, saw that you're in Tato Park. What was it like? I was taking a bring the kids there. So you're starting a conversation. They're going, oh, hi, Ellen. Right? Then go into Messenger and say, if you commented on the post, go into Messenger and say, Sinead, I don't know if you got my comment. I'm dying to know how to get on to Tato Park. And bring that person to Messenger, okay? So that they start a conversation with you on Messenger, okay? And that's really important because what it's going to do is the next time you post, they post the following morning, that person that you've spoken to on Messenger will see your post straight away. Because whoever you're active with on Messenger will start seeing your post, because Facebook give priority to the people you're having conversations with, okay? So if you're having a lot of conversations on Messenger, a lot of your posts are going to get seen, okay? So we'll go back to Messenger, and there's a simple rule, and it's called, write this down, it's called, and I'm going to send you these conversations, and they, I'm also going to put in the sentences I'm going to give you now. I'm going to put them into the group. So Ford is the name, all right? Some of you might have heard this before from Fraser Brooks, but I'm going to break it down very, very quickly. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on it because you'll be hearing a lot about it. But F-O-R-D, or F-O-R, yeah, Ford, right? So when we start talking about people, talking to people on Messenger, we're not going to go in, hi Eleanor, I'm buzzing, here's Juice Plus, you need it. Like I said to you, it's like meeting somebody in town last week, you have a conversation, have a chat with them. So forward means the first thing you say is, hi Sophie, how are you? Haven't spoken to you in years. Did you get married? Have you kids? All right? I need to figure out where Sophie is at, because a lot of us who are starting to message people on social media won't know, like school friends, we won't know where they're at or whether they're family. Or Sophie, I see you have 2 boys and a girl. Wow, you're busy. Okay? So that you're aware, if they post about their family, you'll see they have a family. So either family or lifestyle. If you know somebody doesn't have a family, bring it into their life. Hey, what are you doing? Haven't heard from you in years, seen you in years. What do you do with your life? So that's the F. So forward, it's either Lord or forward. So it's either family or lifestyle. That's the first one. The second one is the O, and that stands for occupation. So what do you do, Sophie? What do you do, Eleanor? Okay, it's just, so this is the conversation I'm having with Eleanor, who a friend is, commented on her post, or just friend request, or she accepted. And I said, hi Eleanor, how's it going? How's things? Jesus, where are you in your life? Are you married to the kids? Have Elaine, yeah, 3 boys, great. What are you doing? I'm working as a guard up in Dublin, blah, 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 great, right? So that's family and occupation. What is it the person does? I'm a stay-at-home mom, whatever the case may be. Or it's recreation. So you've got to, and this can be a tough one, you've got to ask them, what do you do in your spare time? You know, oh, I see you're into horse riding, or I see you're out there, you do Mothers and Others, Eleanor. Jesus, that looks like great fun. They're trying to find a hobby that they have. And, you know, this can take a couple of conversations. And I don't get to, if I don't get to figure out their hobbies, it doesn't overly affect me. But it's just something to remember when you're having a conversation with somebody. So you've asked them about their family, you've asked them what they do, their occupation, what they do for the recreation. And the last part of forward is their dreams or their goals. So I had a conversation with a lad last week, and I said to him, what would be, if you had a magic wand in the morning, and I just knew I could, because I asked him the other 3 things and knew everything about his life. He was chatting to me, and I said to him, if you had a magic wand in the morning, what would be your ideal world? And he said, my ideal would be to give up work in Amazon and to do PT full time. Okay. But I knew I could ask him that. But like, I can't ask Eleanor, what's your dreams in life? Unless I know her. Okay. Unless I built up a relationship with her. So when we originally start on Messenger, and if it's somebody we don't really know, it's important to go through those steps. Do you understand? That you build up information and knowledge about the person. You're asking them questions. And when you ask people questions, they've got to ask you questions. Okay? So, and it's important then that we answer back in a kind of an open format. So I'm going to keep it short here. I introduce myself. How's it going, Lee? Jesus, delighted we're connected on Facebook. How's life with you? Some people won't respond. They're not interested in conversation. Life is grand, Lynn. Right? How do you go there, right? What do you do for a living? Not much, right? It's the person who wants to interact that normally will. And if they know you're not going to sell them anything, if you're genuine, you have a serious connection with them, because you want to be friends, you want to know more about their life, of course they're going to interact and you're going to have to chat. So through the next few weeks, practice doing that. So when I meet somebody now, even personally, I'll always forward. Okay, geez, what are you doing? What do you do with yourself? Have you family? Where are you going? Do you have hobbies? Do you travel much? You know, wouldn't be great if we just had an ideal world out there. You know, you get the chat, right? So that you're building up a relationship with somebody, because that's when you can introduce your product or your business, or they'll see a post and they'll trust you. As you're doing that, some people are quick at becoming friends and great connections. Other people are slow. But I've learned to kind of build it up pretty fast. I don't waste too much on time. And some people I've been talking to for the last 6 months, I have not introduced the product or the business. It's been really, really slow. But I've still built them up as friends. We might have met for a cup of coffee. I'm building them up as connections, okay? Other people, it's been kind of more direct. People I would have maybe known previous. So a few of the things that, questions, like people say to me, how do you say, would you have a look at Juice Plus, right? So here's a few things that, a few of the things, I'm going to put these into the group. When you connect with somebody, first of all, so, hey, Eleanor, it's great to be connected here with you on Facebook. How's things? So when somebody sends me a friend request and I accept it, I don't just leave it at that. I say, Orla, thanks a million for the connection. How's life with you? Okay? So Orla sent me a friend request. So she has to answer me back. If she doesn't answer me back, it's like, well, if you want to be friends with me, and this is social media, why aren't you engaging in a conversation? So there's not really much point in us being friends. So I'd nearly unfriend her, to be honest, if she's just connected with me and isn't interested in interacting. So always ask a question to get a conversation going. If somebody adds you, you confirm with the message, and they'll see the reply. If they don't reply back, I would just simply unfriend them, okay? Existing friends, so you say, hey Lee, just reaching out as I realise we've been friends here on Facebook for a while, but never actually connected. I would love to change that. How's things? So say I was friends with Lee, never really engaged with her on Messenger, haven't done much with her. That's what I'd say to her. I see we're friends here on Facebook, but haven't really connected. How's things? And I'd start my questions. What are you doing with yourself? Blah, blah, like the Ford, F-O-R-D. Okay, so I've opened up the conversation. Start having a conversation with these people. They will most likely mean that next time they log into Facebook, your most recent post will appear on their newsfeed. All it takes is for them to see one of your posts that makes them think, I need to speak about you, or I need to speak to you about something. That's where it's coming from there, okay? People who comment on your post. So say you put up a post, especially a lifestyle post, kids yourself. Hey Sophie, thanks for commenting on my recent post. Been a while since we connected. How's things? I bring that on Messenger. When somebody comments on any of my posts, I send them this message. Hey Sophie, thanks for your comment on my recent post. Been a while since we connected. How's things? Okay? She's commented on a post. I've replied to her. Or hey Lee, thanks for your comment on my recent post. I noticed we haven't connected here before. Would love to change that. How's things? If it's somebody you haven't had much of a conversation. So it's nice to be nice, and it costs nothing. If they like you as well as the post, they then have a high chance of engaging with you in the future. The more relationships, the more likes, the more Facebook credibility you will have. Okay? And again, I'm going to pop all this into our group here. Yeah. If you want to connect with somebody and you're not really friends with them and you don't want to just send them a friend message, I would go, hey, Orla, just reaching out to you. I saw a post of yours pop up on my newsfeed and I thought it was great. So I thought it would be cool to connect with you. How's things? Now, I've done that to a lot of people that wouldn't really know me. And if they've done something about lifestyle, about health, about mindfulness, that's what I'll send them, because I've seen a post that I've liked and interacted. But you've got to like the post and then send the message. And that's a great way to get new friends onto your feed. Before adding a messaging, be sure to love their most recent post and comment on it. Okay? The next one would be, yeah, so, right, okay. How do you introduce your product, right? So we're nearly here now with this. So say I have Sophie commented on maybe my berry. I put up something about, Jesus, blueberries are so great, put them in my smoothies, blah, 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 and she'd comment. And I would go back to message, hey, Sophie, thanks a million for commenting on my post. Just curious, would you be open to having a look at something I take myself that I found absolutely excellent for my skin? Okay? If not, no worries, just said I'd ask. Okay, again, I'm going to give you these on the thing. That has been an absolutely life-changing sentence for me. Just curious. So I put posts up, maybe through lifestyle, maybe through drink more water, maybe through anything, right? Anything, your added value post, which I've spoken to you about. And if somebody likes, my internet's unstable. If somebody likes my post regarding that, I would say, hey, Sophie, just curious, would you be open to having a look at something I take myself and I found really, really good? Okay, so if not, no worries. So you haven't fallen out with them. But if you've built up a relationship on social media, if they know who you are and they trust you, the chances are they're going to come back and say, yeah, sure, then, no problem. What is it? Can't really explain it. It's a visual thing. Can I send you a link, or would you come onto a call? Now, guys, I try and get everybody onto a call, right? Unless there's a specific link that I feel they'll watch. But I try to say to them, listen, would you have 10 minutes tomorrow for a quick call? Would you send on your number? I can ring you through Messenger. Or are you free now? Because you're their point of connection. Send them a link. They might never watch it. They're following you. They're watching you. They trust you. So you need to relay the information to them personally. And the best way to do that is on a phone call. Some people might say, I just don't have time. If you know you don't have time, say, listen, I'll send you a link. Find a link that suits. I would advise everyone here, it's hard to do, is video yourself a 3-minute clip of what Juice Plus is. It's fruit, veg, and berries take every single day. You'll find it there, you'll practice it, and you send that video to them, and they're listening to you. Say, listen, I actually done a video the other day, because I get asked a lot what I take. And you explain your story in that video. It shouldn't be any longer than 3 minutes long. That's another great way, but it'll take you a bit of time to get that. If not, send some of the company tools, and I'll send you on some great links that they can watch. And say, when you send somebody a link, when do you think you'll have a chance to watch this, and I'll follow up with you afterwards? Because if I send somebody a link and I don't tell them I'm going to follow up with them, the chances are they won't respond back to me. So that's really important as well. So say somebody, I put up one day, do you love your job, especially on a Sunday night? Are you dreading going back to work tomorrow on a Monday morning? I'm so glad that I love what I do. Okay? And say, Ciara says to me, oh, thoughts of going back to school, thoughts of the kids, stuff. I will go into Messenger and say, Ciara, you know that post you put up yesterday about you absolutely so sick of your job, you hate it, you wish you more time off. Were you serious about that? And Ciara says, yeah, I'm just like, the work is so hard at the moment. I'm just never getting any time, totally stressed. Just curious. Would you be open to having a look at an online business I do, where I help people to earn money through social media? If, no worries if not. So again, it's just curious. And they're like, what is it? I can't explain, and especially about the business, you've got to get somebody on a call or a 3-way Zoom call. I can't explain it. It's a visual thing. Would you come on to a call with myself and the partner I'm involved with? It might really be able to help your situation. I give as little information as I can through Messenger, but I try to get them onto a call or onto a Zoom call. If I feel it's about the business, I try to get 2 people, myself, my upline, onto a call. So Lee, myself, Eleanor, it doesn't matter, okay? And that's a big one, guys, because I saw a girl posting the other day, and she posted in a group that I'm in, and she said, guys, I'm after losing my job. I'm in really financial crisis at the moment. I need to earn an income from a home-based business. Can anybody help me? And I private messaged, I said to her, is it okay to private message you to make sure I wasn't, just doing the ethics of some groups won't allow you private message people? She said, absolutely. I private messaged her. I said, I may have something that suits you. Would you be interested in having a look at an online business opportunity I have where you can earn an income through social media and on your phone? I would. And what is it? I can't explain it on Messenger. I need to do a call. And that was the call I had today. Okay? So again, I don't give away what it's about. I don't until I get her onto a call and explain to her exactly what we do. But I was able to talk to her, but before this, I would have brought Donal already with me to talk about the business. Okay? So that's the just curious is the opening element. Bring it into your sentence. Just curious, would you be interested in having a look at a product I take myself that has really improved my family's health? Okay, and that can come from, you started to talk to somebody on Messenger and they're really interactive. How are you, Eleanor? You look great. Sorry having your 50th birthday out there. You don't even look 50. Jesus, how do you look so young? How do you keep going? That's the opening. Just curious. Do you want to have a look at something I actually take myself? I've really found it great. No worries if not. Just said I'd ask. You're not selling. You're not trying to bombard them. You're just asking a simple little question. Do you understand? That makes sense. And it's softer. It's a softer approach. So again, Eleanor, you can bring that into your story. I decided, because I hit 50 last weekend, I just wanted to share with you a little secret that I found a year ago that I really feel has helped my own vitality. I want to share it with you today. Okay? It's just an opening fun, because the hardest part of a live is to open it up. So they're the little kind of questions. And as I said, I'm going to put them into the group, guys, and start trying to use them. Look for an opening to use them. But the just curious, are you open to, are huge, whether it's about the product or whether it's about the business. And once you have built a couple of conversations with somebody, like if somebody comes back to me in a conversation and says, like, Elaine, it's so hard, especially now, going back to school, kids' uniforms, the X, the Y, the Z, if they're at that, I would try and say, just curious, would you be interested in looking at a little business, part-time business opportunity you can build online to help earn a few extra bob, especially this time of the year and coming up to Christmas? No worries if not. The option is there. And if they say, what is it? Can't explain to you. But I'll tell you what, if you are serious, and I always put this back to people, if you told me you're broke and you need to earn an income, if you are serious, you need to come on a call with myself and my upline. And they will explain, and you can decide after that. There's no pressure. Most people would say, do you know what, I've nothing to lose. I always say, if you have nothing to lose, it's only a call. It's free over Wi-Fi. Sure, why not pop on and make up your own mind? Okay, and it's not a hard sell. And that will work a lot easier than, listen, it's X, Y, and Z, and you'll be living the dream in a year's time. Because conversation can be, tailored towards the person we're dealing with. So that's a lot to take on. So as I said, guys, I'll put them up so you'll have them, screenshot them, because I screenshot mine, they're in my photos. So when I'm talking to people, I'm thinking, okay, what do I say to this guy? I just go back to the tools I use in my conversations, and I'm finding them absolutely great. But I'm always looking for that opening. And if I see somebody posting about stuff is expensive, I'm always sick, I'm this and that, I'll bring it to Messenger. I say, listen, I know we're connected here on Facebook. I'm not trying to sell you anything. I did find something that did help with my IBS. Would you like some more information? No worries if not. Okay? Always expect to know. Fine. If it's no, it's a no. But the more no's you get, you're going to get a yes. If you're getting no's, you're working. If you're not getting no's, you're not working. That's how it works. So listen, and the other thing, guys, I'd say to you is the Monday night calls, right? So I had a lady on the Monday night call on Monday night, and she's ordered the product, okay? How did I get her on the call? She saw a post, she asked me about it. I asked her for her phone number. She said she was too busy to talk to me. I then said to her on Monday, actually, by the way, I have a call tonight at 9 o'clock. She's into messaging, she's not into phone calls, which a lot of people are. I have a call tonight at 9 o'clock. Would you be interested in coming on? The product will be explained and there'll be stories. Brilliant, no problem. She's in her late 40s. She downloaded Zoom. She was on the call. She messaged me after. I love the stories. Eleanor, she loved your story. And she said, yes, I want to go with it. Absolutely. She asked me what it was, blah, blah. So if I post about the online call on Monday on a picture post, the chances are nobody will like, comment, but they'll see it, but they won't. But people will say to me, well, see, you have a call every Monday night. And I said, that's right. And we'll keep going. And in 3 weeks' time, they might say, actually, I must jump on that call. I'm free tonight. Okay. That's why, it's just the regular occurrence of posting it. But if you can bring it to Messenger and message somebody and say, listen, Eleanor, I know I was speaking to you a week ago or last year or 6 months ago about something I take myself. We actually have a call on Monday night. Would you be interested in popping on for 20 minutes? It's really, really informative. You might get something from it. It's for you, great. If not, no worries. So go back to your connections and say, listen, I know we've been chatting here and I'd love you to have a look at something I take myself or a business I'm involved in. Would you pop onto a call that we do every Monday night? I'd love you to just have a listen in. Get into the habit of, even though you're posting it on your newsfeed, get into the habit of, I go onto my live connections, the active connections on my Messenger on a Thursday or Friday or Monday morning, and I message them directly. Say, listen, I see you're active here on social media. Are you free tonight at 9 o'clock? I have a brilliant live call about health and wellness and nutrition. Would you pop onto it? And I'll get reactions from Messenger quicker than doing the post. That's another good tip. So guys, that's kind of covering the basics of getting onto Messenger. So Sophie, you're first on my screen here tonight. And I know, do you want to, have you anything to say, Sophie, or what are you finding challenging?
To keep it up every day.
Yeah.
That's my challenge.
That's hard, and the girls were saying that last week, and that's when you have to plan the night before. Copy them. I do save. If I see a post I like from somebody who's done a health and wellness post or whatever, I'll save it. I'll go into my saved posts, and it might be something from 2 months ago I saved. I'll copy it. I mightn't use the same image, and then I'll put as I paste it, I'll put in my own writing. But if it's something that I enjoyed or resonated, it was adding value, it was about health and wellness, I'll use it. And that saves me a lot of time as well. Things like going into Google and studying what's trending in health and wellness and the importance of berries, water, whatever the case may be. And it doesn't have to be big, long posts. It can be just something short and sweet. You'll see something and then just pop it on there. But it's to get into the habit. And once you do, it comes really natural. And if it's only a shot of being stuck in traffic or being out and about with the kids, it's still a post. It's still a lifestyle post. You're still active. You're still generating leads to social media because you're active on social media. It's all about just being consistent. It's not so much about our content. It's about the consistency is key. You can have the best content in the world, but if you only post once a week or once a month, it won't be seen. Because most of our content is only actually seen by 3% of our friends. So if you're only posting once a month, chances are 2 or 3 of them will see it. Whereas you're constantly posting, there's likes and connections and interactions happening. Okay? But I will, I have a list of useful content to use on social media, and I'm just filing it out, and I will put that up as well. We'll do a night on that, on content to use and how to, there's an actually DMO Monday to Sunday of what you can use to bring content, and it makes it a lot easier. That'll help, so it. Orla, how did you get on during the week?
Yeah, good. Yeah, I reconnected with a few people on Messenger, and so what you were saying about the Ford thing, the family, the occupation, probably didn't get really up to anything further than that, but it was just good to reconnect. I suppose there were people as well that I had in my head that were kind of overdue, kind of hello, or had in my head that I'd like to kind of get back in contact with them. So, and then outside of that, I kind of met other people that I went to school with that I hadn't seen in a while as well. So yeah, it was a good week. It was a good week. Until you actually think about it and say, well, actually, I'm going to actively do this. It doesn't really occur to you to do it. Do you know what I mean? So from that point of view, to make the effort, it's fine. And
And try that trick, Orla. When you go onto Messenger, press your active connection.
Yeah.
So you're on Messenger tonight, and you start to see your friends that are actually active on social media, because you want active people on social media as well. There's no point in contacting a girl that just clicks into it once a week, all right? She won't see your message, you won't see your post. But all of a sudden, there are new names that will pop up that you didn't realise. God, I'm friends with these, and they're actually very active on social media. You know what I mean? As in they're on it and they're sharing stuff. they're great ones, because another great line to people that you know are good and are good influencers, as in they use social media well, is, hey, Mary, I see you're very active here on social media. Just curious, would you be open to having a look at how you can earn money? I have an online opportunity where I help people earn money through their social media account. And if you're interested, brilliant. If not, no worries. That's another great way for any, especially younger people who are on social media and using it. I'm not getting paid for it. So, you know, it's like the bloggers, it's like the influencers. That's another, you know, they're thinking to themselves, all right, okay, well, I do use social media, I'm not getting paid for it. So we bring them onto a call. Yes, you can develop your product sales and stuff too. We show them how to do that. We work a funnel for them. But that's another great question to bring to people if, you know, you see some of your friends are really good influencers. But I would be more inclined to bring it back to what you're doing, the conversations. And you know, once you get into the habit, Orla, they'll start, and then something just messes you out of the blue someday, and you're like, Jesus Christ, what about them? And it just comes because they've seen your stuff and you're active. So it just takes time. As I said, social media is fast, but it's actually quite slow. Build relationships.
Yeah.
But great consistency. It's great. Well done, Ellie.
Yeah, I got on well this week. I had about 6 conversations on Messenger. 2 were just kind of chatting about, you know, people who I hadn't connected with for a while, and I was just hooking up with them, commenting on what they had posted. The other 4 were through a group that I'm involved with, and they looked for information, and like that I said, can I PM you some information? And I did get one. I did get one lady who ordered off me.
Brilliant.
And the other 2 of the others were going off on holidays, and they said, look, you know, it's just not at the minute. I can't really talk to you at the moment, but they're coming back this week, so I do have to check back in with them.
Yeah. So
it's, well, where I find I have a problem, Elaine, is say some people that I would have invited to the talks that we had, right? So they couldn't come along, and I said, look, no problem. We have talks. Would you go on a Zoom call or whatever? And so they said, oh yes, let me know when it's on. So you when I see they're on like that, active on Facebook, I'd let them know, saying, oh, that call is on Monday night or whatever. Obviously, you know when they open the message, but they're not replying. So some people said, oh, I'm really interested, or let me know when it's on again. So I have messaged them twice or whatever, but you can't keep, you know, dropping the message saying, oh, it's on again tonight, and next minute it's on again tonight or tomorrow night. You know what I mean? So I'm kind of going, where do you go with those people who are saying they're interested, but then aren't quite hooking so that you can, you know, get them on the call, you know?
Yeah. Well, I think, Eleanor, you can't pester people, and you're only going to annoy them and yourself, and none of us need that grief. What I'd say to you is, what happens normally is, Eleanor, I know you're on my stories as well. They're possibly watching you, and they're possibly afraid to come onto a call because they probably know they can't afford it. That's the main reason why people won't come onto a call. They'd be afraid they'd have to commit. So a live will do a lot for that, because what they'll see in the live is, Jesus, Eleanor's just like the rest of us, you know, getting on with it, and, you know, they'll re-engage with you, okay? That's what I've noticed about people who would have not come on to calls before and not responded to my messages. So that's why I'm saying to you, I think it's time for you to do a live, because you have a lot of people watching you but haven't really heard Eleanor's story. So, but because of people who say to me, oh, I couldn't make a call, or I was on the call and they weren't on the call, or don't respond to a message, when I go on a live and I see them logging onto it, I've got my story out, so they know about it. So if they really want it, they'll come back. Okay, so that's what I'd say to you. Don't pester them. Just move on. And you know, you've done your bit. You've asked them. I mean, to some people, I just say, listen, I don't want to be annoying you about this. If you're interested, come back to me. If not, there's absolutely no problem. But I'm not going to keep wrecking your head over this, because this is, you know, I'd be upfront to people. I don't want to wreck your head over this. You asked me about it. You're not interested. It's absolutely fine. But I might say to people, I went live there today, explained my story, and we didn't get onto any of the calls. You can listen to it if you want. And I send them my all right. Or as I said, Eleanor, doing that video and having it is critical, because if somebody I've messaged a few times isn't responding to coming on to calls, I just send them a video. I say, listen, I know you haven't made the calls, and I don't want to be wrecking your head. Here's my video. This is my benefits. Listen to it. And, you know, if it's not for now, keep it in your back pocket. You never know when they'll come back to me. Okay? And just keep it up front. And people love that because then you're easy about it.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
All right. Lee. This will be good.
Laughing at me. Jesus, you have no faith at all. Yeah, well, see, I was trying to connect with new people, so I was sending them friends requests, and because I had forgotten actually about what you said about going into Messenger and the people that are active and trying to connect with them. I did connect with 2 people that I was already friends with and just built up a conversation, but I didn't mention anything about Juice Plus. Yeah. One girl was on holidays where I'm going, so I just brought it to Messenger and asked her how she was getting on, and then actually she commented on one of my posts yesterday, I think. Then a couple of the people, I sent a friend request to a girl that I was talking to a couple of weeks ago at a function we were doing that I knew was getting married, and her photographs were blasted all over Facebook, but I wasn't friends with her. So I sent her a friend request and she accepted it, and I brought it to Messenger and said, listen, thanks a million, saw your wedding photographs. But we just had maybe 2 or 3 messages over and back each, and then that was it. I didn't push it, I didn't say anything. So I don't know what to do from here. Like, I suppose it's all about letting them see the Facebook posts now. It's the same with a girl, a milliner girl. I don't know who the hell she is, but I saw loads of bits up on the Galway races. So I sent her a friend request and she accepted, and I just said to her, oh, look, I saw on my newsfeed some of your hats and pieces in the Galway races. They look stunning, And she said, oh, thanks. And that was the end of that. So I didn't know what to go back with then. So, because I don't actually know these people. So.
Yeah, and that's, you have to figure that out. It's some people won't engage, some people are grand, thanks. They're just not engaging, and so there's not, you can't do anything about it. If you can't, so, but to the other people that have engaged with you, you've got to try and get them to ask you a question. You've got to keep asking questions, keep reckoning. So how are things, or find a question to ask them that eventually answers, sure, what are you doing, Lee, or how's things with you? And then it's like, oh, I have my bakery business, but I also have an online business. I have people earn money through social media. Oh, wow, what's that? That's the first thing they'll say, because they don't understand that. Or, I see you're doing the marathon. Oh, yeah, it's part of my health and wellness journey that I, undertook. You'll find, an avenue. But again, you're looking for, just curious, actually, would you be interested in having a look at it yourself? You're asking another question. No worries if not. But again, some people just won't engage. 2 out of 3 or will, maybe the third one won't. So they're just not social animals. Like, social media is meant to be social, and some people just aren't. So you're nearly as well off not to annoy yourself with them. But they eventually come. And again, that will be through a live or through a post that they'll see. But the fact that you're engaging on Messenger is the important part. And it's to keep that engagement on Messenger.
And I was saying this to you already, but one of I was asking a girl that had connected with me a long time ago, actually about Juice Plus. I talked to her about it, and then she didn't go on the call, and that was about 6 months ago, and the calls were back on. So I just messaged her and said, look, if the call is on again, would you like to pop on? She says, oh, look, I'm just on holidays, or heading on holidays this evening. I won't get on. And before I would have just said, okay, grand, no problem, chat to you again. But actually, I said something to her, oh, like, where are you going on holidays, whatever, and, we got the conversation going, and I felt like I built up more of a relationship with her. I can go back to her now anytime, whereas before, if I had said, okay, grand, touch again, I probably wouldn't have gone back to her because I feel like I'm after annoying her. But now that we had a conversation, she said about her daughter and my daughter, and we built a bit of banter going on, I'd have no problem actually going back to her, give her a few weeks back from holidays and say, look, that call is on again, why don't you pop? So that was one thing that came from
the call is a great one. If you can't find an opening, say, listen, just wondering, we're doing an online call, it's part of my training with my online business, would you be interested in popping on? It's a health and nutrition talk, there's some great stories. I'd love if you had 20 minutes to pop on. That's, the Monday night calls are great for that, guys, if you're just struggling with that, just curious aspect of it, and definitely use them as well. But Messenger is the place to be if you can get there, and that comes from consistency. You see where it's all going. Profile picture, they know who you are, they start to trust you, they start to see your face, you're visible, you're active on social media, you're building credibility, you're adding value by giving content every single day, you're posting a bit about your lifestyle that they can connect with you and engage with real life stuff. You're doing a little bit of health and wellness, and then you're on Messenger, you're commenting on their stuff, you're liking their stuff, they're going, oh, geez, they're sound, they're friendly, they're social. It's like somebody meeting in a pub. Are you going to sit beside a person at the bar who just goes, no, yeah? Or are you going to go, how's it going? You know, you're going to sit beside the person that's jolly and happy, because they're the ones that you're going to want to interact with. You're going to go, I'm going over to that corner. There's much fun over there. So, you know, and that's what will happen on your Messenger. You get the ones with the yes, no, and then you get the open ones. And they're the ones that you want to build up the rapport with. But that's coming through your setup, your feed, and Messenger. This is what we're at, okay? And that's why your setup is so important, because they need to see you, your face, your family, your life. Kira, unmute. You need to unmute. Hold on, I'll unmute you. Yeah, off you go.
Yeah, this week I went back over my row saying last week that I had a few queries, and you know, I got as far as telling them about the product, and they did the kind of like, yeah, I'll think about it and I'll come back to you. So we have our own Shred 10 private messenger group, myself and Sharon and a few others. So I got back and asked them if they wanted to be added into our Shred 10 group, and if they'd follow us during the Shred 10 while they're kind of thinking about the product. And both of them said, yeah, that they'd be delighted to be added to the group. So they're now in that group that we post in every day about day 1 shred, day 2. So hoping that's going to keep them kind of, you know, thinking about it and learning more about it. Reconnected with one girl that I went to school with. My husband's doing a biopharma course, and I noticed that she's working in pharmaceuticals, so I kind of reconnected with her that way, you know. She had also inquired before about Juice Plus, but it had just inquired, gone back to her, and it had just kind of faded away. So yeah, that was kind of it, really.
No, that's great. And by adding them to the group, Kerry, you're giving them value. They're seeing the value of the group. They're seeing the interaction, you know, that they can be accountable, that there is a group there, that there is support. That's what you're offering, and that's what you want people to feel. So you're absolutely right. Your phone is going to die, Lee, no bother. So, you know, that's where you start, and build on that, Kira. Okay, and again, try and get into Messenger. Try not to answer too many questions in Messenger. How much, blah 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 blah. Like I said to a woman, there's so many different plans I need to talk to you about. How much? There's no such thing as plans as such, or programs. Well, there is the program, but I just need to get her on the phone to explain to her the value that she's going to get. You know, if she commits to it, and that's what I try and do. You'll get far more results. They can Google how much Juice Plus is. They know how much it is before they ask you, to be honest. So I always say there's easy pay options, but I need to get you on the call. So that's great. That's great work. And keep up that work with your groups, because groups are big. And get into other groups, like-minded groups of health, wellness, of fitness, of whatever you're into yourself. You see, the other side of it, guys, is if I'm into horses and I keep posting about dogs and cats, my first love is horses, and I keep confusing people. So you have to find who you are, and that's why I started that with you last week. Find out who you are and what's the message you want to relay. If I'm a mother, I'm into health and fitness, and I want to help people. You know, if I love horses, people need to know I love horses. There's no point in talking about dog and cats if I'm in a horsey group. So if I'm in a runners group, it's runners, nutrition, that sort of stuff. If I'm in a dog and cat group, it's dogs and cats. So figure out the groups that suit your profile. Get in there, get chatting. Don't try and sell your stuff. Just try and build up connections. And if you want to friend somebody, I say, listen, I see we're members of the same group. That's another way to open up a thing. In a lot of groups, people hide in groups. In a lot of groups, people will post, oh, I'm struggling with, I'm sick all the time of X, Y, and Z, and blah, blah, blah. And I will always I won't say, you see people trying to say, I say, oh, listen, I found something that really works for me. If you want to know, send me a private message. I'll never, ever sell in a group, but I'll always offer help and added value. And and in some groups, I'm posting in them. I'm actually adding content. And it's all about mindfulness and positive mindset. And people are asking me about it. I said, I'm involved in a business where I've learned a lot about leadership. So what is that? I'll take it to Messenger. Okay? I just want everything on Messenger, because on Messenger, they're going to see my feeds. And that's what I'm trying to force you to. But they're also recognizing my face. So when they're on social media and they're seeing my face, they're going, geez, there's that girl in that group that I'm in. Okay? That's why I need your face visible. Because if you're in groups, they won't see on social media if your faces aren't visible. And that's what you want. You want to become influencers on social media, because this is where you're going to build your business. That's where you're going to teach people how to build business. And this is where it's being built. So we're trying to duplicate it. What you're learning now, you're going to be teaching in 6 months. But you've got to become the influencers and the leaders, like everything. But Claire, you're doing mighty, because I'm slow at groups, so it's great to see the interaction on the groups. Sharon, I know you joined in late, but I'm recording this, and I'm going to download it and pop it into the group. I said I am recording it, so I will pop it into the group for you.
My apologies for being so late coming on.
You're all right. How did you get on with your 5 connections?
You were talking there about the Monday night call.
Yeah.
And I had a girl that was interested in Juice Plus and is interested in becoming a distributor. So she was actually on the Monday night call, I think, about 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
And I knew she stayed on the call. So I touched base with her afterwards, asking her, I suppose, a day later. I only left it a day, and I messaged her. She's living in Dublin, and asked her what she thought and did she enjoy it. And she was back and forth with a few questions. So she's actually going away for 2 weeks. So she said she'll touch base with me when she comes back. So, like, I've asked other people to go on the call, and they didn't go on the night. But I'm going to touch back with them and say, maybe you're busy, you know.
Yeah.
Or maybe they forgot. And I think the Monday night call, even for ourselves, like, I think is excellent. Yourself, I was saying it to Ciara today about Kathy's product presentation.
Yeah.
Like, I'm taking loads of notes every week on that. And like, it is great. And you're talking there as well, Elaine, and I agree, and I'm only starting to learn it from last week, is the interaction. And I'll have to get better at it, I know that myself, but I made friends there with, it was through a connection that I know somebody, and they mentioned that we're working with this fashion fitness blogger, right? So she was at an event in Cork, and my friend was in it. So I just commented, looking very well, whatever.
Yeah.
Then I sent a friend request, and I noticed now she's interacting with me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Back and forth.
Back and forth.
And another thing I learned during the week, and maybe you all know this, I didn't know this, Instagram, right? I didn't really know how you could get followers, but a friend of mine that runs a party shop, balloons and stuff, she was saying to me, if there's people that you might be interested in following, or if you actually click on the business and maybe go in and look at their friends, that you can hit on them to follow you, or, you know, I'm following them, sorry. I didn't really know that.
Yeah, Instagram wouldn't say a lot of Instagram isn't working for some people. Sharon, it works for PTs and very much health professionals and people who are big into their food and pictures and stuff. It depends. I think it's hard to have time for them all. I'd master one and then move to the next.
Yeah. No, you're dead right.
Yeah, Instagram it's a different kettle of fish. There's not a lot of interaction. I think Facebook is where it's at. I think if we can get it on Facebook, you know, you can build on the rest. LinkedIn would be, in my opinion, in this group here, would be the next one. I'm getting a lot of connection on LinkedIn.
Really? And I hate LinkedIn.
I've learned on Facebook, and I brought that to LinkedIn. So, yeah. But it takes time. I'll do a LinkedIn training in a few weeks' time. For now, we need to master Facebook. And you just
stick with our Facebook.
Yeah. I really, and that's what Fraser Brooks is teaching our group as well. Stick with Facebook, and then he'll bring us to LinkedIn. So guys, listen, we're actually gone 10:30, and I'm conscious everybody's getting tired. There's the challenge for this week: invite 3 people to the Monday night call. Okay, so it's Tuesday night. Invite 3 people onto your Monday night call through Messenger, okay, or else through personal invitation, and have 1 person on the call. It's a big challenge. It definitely can be done. You can go live and invite people. You can invite people through Messenger. There's no point in posting about it. I would definitely say by this time next week, each and every one of you should have done your story. With a picture of you, and a picture of your capsules, why you took them, who introduced you to them, how long you're on them, and the benefits you see. I definitely feel every single person here has not done their story, so I have no idea why you're all looking so amazing. Okay? Get on Messenger, open the conversation. Just curious, would you be interested in hopping onto a call? Or just curious, would you be interested in having a look at something to take myself? And if they say they are and they look for information, I have a call on Monday night, why don't you pop onto it? All your questions will be answered, and I'll touch base with you after the call. That's another way. If you can't get them on a phone call, you don't want to send them a link, pop onto the call on Monday night. The product will be explained, and there'll be stories there, and I'll talk to you after the call, and let's make a decision then. And if somebody says to me, oh, listen, I've looked at it, just pop onto the call. And once I know you've got the information from the call, that's fine. You can say no after that, okay? But at least you've done the work. So, and guys, the more you're working, and every day is progress. Every minute is progress. As I said, it's slow. Don't get frustrated with it. Just do a little bit. Do what you can, because if you overwhelm yourself, you won't do it. You have 3 messages to send out between now and Monday at 5 o'clock to get on the call. Doesn't matter if you've got 3 no's, that's absolutely fine. Your aim is to get 1 person on the call, okay? The other thing I'd say is do your post of your story. But I need your little face and I need your capsules and your story. And don't say it's Juice Plus. Whole food nutritional supplement I take myself, or fruits and veg in the capsule. Because if you put Juice Plus in your post, they'll Google Juice Plus and get all the answers. You want the curiosity kills the cat, a whole food nutrition supplement I take myself. Look at the one I done the other day. Okay, I got a direct line from that. Okay, and work on your messenger. And by next week, I'll go to the profiles again, and I guarantee you're already after hearing about Eleanor's having success. I've had success. Lee has had an interest. So, guys, it'll definitely roll. Slowly, slowly, slowly. Don't get frustrated. Keep building your frog on, your family, recreation, occupation, and dreams. Keep asking those questions. You mightn't get to them all, but they're just little reminders. What will I ask next? God, what do you do? Do you, saw you over in wherever? Do you like to travel? Do you love your job? It's hard. This is a great one. So expensive time of the year with kids going back to school, isn't it? Thank God for this little online business I have. It's just clearing, it's making it a bit easier. You don't have to lie about what you're earning. It's what you will earn, or what you intend to earn, or why you brought. I always say to people, you have to have multiple incomes coming into a household nowadays to have anything. That's fact. So I always say to people, have you got a second income or third income coming into your house, to prepare for the specials in life? Or do you want that bit extra? That's why I got involved in this business. I do it in my own time by working online. All our business is going online. Don't even have to leave home. Do all these calls, picture of your calls, whatever. Okay? So listen, guys, any questions, pop them into the group. I put the little sentences I had for you that I bring onto messengers. Anything at all, any success, wins, or failures, please throw them into the group. Because if you're having a crap day and something crap happens, or somebody asks you a message, is it one of those things? Please pop it into the group. There's loads of answers. It's a pyramid scheme. I have loads of answers, right? They're short, they're sweet, and they've worked for me, okay? Oh, and then this one came back and said that. Great. Pop it. The only way we're going to learn is by each other. So if you put up a query or an issue, Sharon, and Sophie learns from it, brilliant. If I put up, Sophie, somebody asked me how many antioxidants are in broccoli. I don't know. Sophie will give me an answer, okay? Sophie, would you do a live with me someday and talk to people about fruit and veg? I will, of course, Elaine. This is how we'll gain trust from one another. And that's how we grow together. And guys, you're going to be teaching this in 6 months' time, because you will get that person who join your business, and, you're going to be teaching them how to build online. Always keep that in your head. We're here for success. That's what you're putting all these hard hours in for. Okay, listen, thanks a million for your interaction and your support as always. Keep it a strong week. We'll talk to you next Tuesday night. Okay, Sophie, I'm on tomorrow night in Sweden. I'll send you the link at 7 o'clock your time with Mary Stilling. Anyway, we'll talk to you then, guys. All right, bye.